Dr. Moshe Lewis here with Music and Medicine. I'm excited to be joined by Steve Simon, owner of the Indiana Pacers, and also just such a benevolent heart. I got to start with something simple, which is that you love nature so much and saving land and things like that. Tell us about what that means to your heart and why it's so important.
Well, I mean, it's so amazing that you even know that about me. But look,
I'm from San Francisco.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in Flat, Indiana,
Yes.
and when I was very young, my mom took me to Colorado, and I fell in love with the beauty.
Right. Wow.
And just like that, going to live music
Yes.
in my soul,
Right.
and being out in the mountains. So the idea of protecting land and getting the right environmental policy, and we got tons of work to do. So it's hard not to, as a citizen, to be excited about saving precious habitats and stuff.
Right, absolutely. And in an earthy way, this foundation is so meek and so humble in serving people and the way that it delivers shoes. Tell us about the work that they do and how important Hav-A-Sol is.
I mean, these people are amazing. I was so fortunate to meet them. Like, I guess it's been 8-9 years ago. But yeah, they do a bunch of great things. But really, a lot of people give shoes away. But
Sure.
the way they do it, like they set up, like this is in homage to Ricky setting up like shoes in a retail format and bringing people in and humbly getting on our knees when we serve them to like fit them properly with shoes and to make human connection. Like, you can give shoes away and you can say take a pair, find a pair, but the idea of making a connection, fitting someone properly and really humbly, elevating someone who is in need.
Sure.
That's very profound, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And tell us about the experience you had. You've traveled around with the group and been there and served and literally gotten on your knees to help others.
Yeah.
I know you're modest, but it's just a very amazing experience, to say the least, to serve others in that way.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's giving money is nice, but actually day in and day out being of service like folks that Hav-A-Sol do. I've been fortunate. It's a blessing, like a number of times I've been able to, and sometimes bring my kids, right, to turn them on to the active service, but to go with these guys and go to shelters and go out and go, be a servant, be a Hav-A-Sol advocate and do an event with them. So that's been hugely rewarding for sure. Yeah.
What recommendation would you give, last question, to the public in terms of in this time where we're sort of coming out of COVID and sort of coming outdoors a little bit and sort of trying to get ourselves together about the importance of always reaching back and always helping others?
I mean, there's insatiable need. There's so much suffering, right? We're in our communities globally. Wendy said it beautifully. It's like, there's so much need. So the idea of like, making a human connection, and that that act, reverberating act, like there's not enough, service for people who need, from shoes to mental health to just a basic need. So I think anything we can do, right, it makes us feel good, and we can be of service, and so I'm taking the example of Ricky, right, and these guys, to make sure I do more of that, in my own community. So yeah, it's great.
Words to live by. I don't think we can do it enough.
Right.
Thanks so much
Thank
for
you.
your time. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah,
Cheers.
pleasure. Oh yeah,
Pleasure.
thank you.
Pleasure
Thanks.
meeting you.